Welcome back to the Fierce and Femme podcast.
With your hosts, Rami and Alicia.
Talking all things fitness, mindset, and everything in between.
To help you become your most fierce and femme selves. Welcome back, everyone, to another episode. Today, we're going to come in hot, I think. This one's going to be a bit spicy.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about your avoidance, how detrimental it is to you, the others around you. That's it, really.
I just have something really funny to say.
Oh, go.
I feel like the avoidant people are already clicking off
Yeah,
of the episode.
Abort mission. They're going to call me out. Yeah, we are, sweetie. We are about to.
But
in
that's
a
the
loving
point.
way.
Is like the avoidant people are the ones who need to hear this the most, but also the most likely people
Yep.
to avoid.
Yeah.
Not listen to it.
And I guess the first thing we want to ask you is, why are you avoiding? It's not just the thing. It's not just the conversation or the gym workout or this or that. There's always something a little bit deeper. And we know, we're coaches. We see right through y'all. We love you guys, okay? But the thing about your avoidance is that it's delaying you achieving your goals. It's stopping you from growing. It's stopping you from building confidence. It's ruining everything.
And I think so many people do it as a sense of protection. But like you said, it's not protecting, it's delaying.
Absolutely. It's putting it on pause for a sec. Like, I'll deal with it later. Okay, well, later's going to come. You might as well just deal with it now.
Yeah.
You can't delay the inevitable. And the quicker that you, and this is why I always talk to my clients about the importance of resilience, because the more resilience you have, you just recover quicker. Because yeah, we know you're avoiding because you're probably scared. You're afraid of the outcome. You're afraid of rejection. You're afraid of what that person's going to say. But when you really trust yourself and you know how to hold your ground, hold your emotions, manage those thought processes, that avoidance disappears because you know how to face those things. Face those things so much easier and quicker. So I guess here it's like, if you are avoiding, you probably just need to do better in some other area of your life. And once you clean that up, that avoidance will disappear.
I think as well, avoidance comes from what you should be doing. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
You know.
You're just putting it up.
And we also know you know.
We know you know.
Because
everyone knows you know.
I see that my favorite thing, love all my clients, but my favorite thing is calling them out on their avoidance, because I think people think that you can't see it or that you're not noticing. And it'll always be when they'll come in, they'll ask, and I'll send the response and then ghost mode. And I'm like, so did you want the help or not? You know what I mean? And it's like, I can see that you're avoiding that question because it makes you uncomfortable. Okay, that's okay. It's okay to feel uncomfortable. And I think if that discomfort feels so scary, you probably don't feel it enough. And getting comfortable with being uncomfortable. I don't know how many times I can say the word uncomfortable. But for the avoidant people, it's probably that maybe you haven't felt discomfort much in your life before. Or maybe every moment it's come up, you've avoided. You've taken this path, or you've turned the conversation, or you've just pretended it's never happened and never actually faced whether it's the uncomfortable conversation or owned up. Taken accountability is a big thing of it as well. And actually starting to learn how to handle discomfort in your body as well, because you might find that, for me, I know there are even some circumstances where I'll get feel a bit shaky or okay, that's discomfort in my body. We can experience discomfort up here, but we can also experience it really somatically, and allowing yourself to go, I'm safe, I'm okay. A lot of the time with your avoidance, you're not going to die. As much as a conversation might feel like it's going to be the end of the world, or if you own up to this thing, or I think if something that just came to me with the avoidant people is if people see your true colors, or because I know with a lot of avoidance is that they've got this mask on. And it's this is what I want to portray to you. So if I don't avoid, you're actually going to see the real stuff. And that's scary. That just came to me in that moment.
Yeah. I feel what's come to me is don't make avoidance as part of your personality. It's not. It's not. It's I'm trying to be so polite on here, but I really just want to be grow up.
Yeah.
It's not, you can't be oh, well, I don't do these things because I'm just naturally avoidant. Okay, are you proud of that? Don't be proud of that. Don't parade that. Do something about it because, like I said right at the start, this affects other people, not just you. Let's say you're avoidant in your relationship, right? You've had a disagreement with your partner and now you're avoiding them for days. That doesn't just affect you, that affects them. And that's going to create even further consequences. And if you're so worried about them judging you for just being yourself and being seen and being honest, like what Alicia was just saying, imagine what they're going to think of you when you're pushing them away and when you're being avoidant because you've just decided, well, I'm an avoidant person. No, you're not. You're just scared. You're afraid. And you put it perfectly with just sitting with the discomfort. Because I personally think being avoidant will end up being so much more uncomfortable than that 5 minutes of discomfort that you need to sit in.
Yeah.
Right? If it is something like having to have a hard conversation with someone, just remind yourself that if you avoid it, are you going to then put your wall up? Are you going to not want to speak to them? Are you not going to want to do things with them, touch their hand or whatever, sleep with them if they're your partner? Because that's your fault. Yeah, they might be at fault for something that they did and you don't want to talk to them about it, but you're now, because of your avoidance, is creating so many more consequences. And no one really thinks about the long-term effects or how selfish the avoidance is when you've got loved ones that are relying on you or needing you or loving you so much, because the people around you just want the best for you. And if you're sitting in this avoidance bubble, people are eventually just going to get over it. Respectfully, it's just going to get boring. I know I said I'm going to call out, but this is just how I feel about it. Like it just gets boring. It's like, well, when are you going to own up to the thing that you need to do? When are you going to just grab life by the fucking balls and just go for it? And if you are that avoidant person, ask for help. That's literally what we're here for. Even though some of our clients do that, because I have clients too all the time. It will be like 4 or 5 days until our call and I'll be like, haven't heard from ya. Like, what's going on? They'll be like, oh, I was too scared. I'm like, well, you're telling me now. You got to tell me now. Whereas we could have spent the last 5 days, even though it's through text or voice note, right? Yeah, you're on. And this is what I say to them every time. I'm like, we could have dealt with this and we could have talked about something else on this call instead. But now we're still talking about the same thing over and over and over again, which is fair. It happens. And I love my clients so much. So I'm not trying to call you guys out because this is what support is for. Things take time. But when you do avoid as a client, you are delaying your results.
And that's literally just onto my point of what is your avoidance costing you? Time. Depth in your relationships, I think, is a really big one. And like, I think I want to use an example of a client who came to April retreat and she was avoiding a lot of honesty with her partner of things she was struggling with. And I was saying to her, I'm like, your partner loves you. And I think this is what we forget sometimes when it comes to avoidance is like, usually it's around people who actually care about you. And like, do we forget that they don't hate you? Like, and you're allowed to have your feelings, your opinions, like all the things. And she was just terrified to have that conversation, has since had that conversation. And she is like, our relationship is so much deeper.
Of course, because that's always the way.
And the thing that I explained to her is like, okay, the depth to which you let him in is also the depth of love you're going to experience.
I love that.
Because I'm like, well, if you don't let him in as much, you're never actually going to experience this deep love. And this is where it goes both ways of like the depth of like the pain or the difficult side of things is also probably the depth of the beauty. Is like if we don't allow ourselves to experience the hardship, like the vulnerability being there, do you think you'll really ever experience the pure joy? Because if you're not opening yourself up to that, you're also not fully open to the other side. It's like that giving and receiving, like those two sides, the yin, the yang, like the two sides need to go together. So if you find you're avoiding the pain, well, you're never going to have those beautiful experiences as deeply and like experience the joys of life. Because I know we sit here and we're talking about the consequences and all the things. And I'm like really joy focused. I'm like, let's talk all about the positives. But I think like, don't you want to be so fucking happy as well? And that's what your avoidance is costing you. It's costing you the happiness. It's costing you the relationships that you dreamt of, like the friendships, the partnerships, the like even work relationships, opportunities in avoidance as well.
Absolutely. I think especially if you're a business owner too, like you have to really face the discomfort. You can't avoid your clients. You can't avoid,
Could you imagine?
Seriously, you can't though. You can't avoid, and with what it's costing you, it could be costing you future clients, money, more sales, more growth, more visibility, because what you're scared. Because a lot of the time that's what the avoidance is. You're scared of something or you just don't want to feel uncomfortable. So you choose to just push it to the side. But imagine if you push through that, how much faster you will grow. And like you said, how many more opportunities? Because let's say it's been a whole week and you've avoided posting on social media because it's too uncomfortable, you're scared, you're in your head, blah, blah, blah. But then imagine you did it scared. How much more you would get out of that. More growth, more confidence, more clients, more followers, more sales potentially. But that gets delayed. Your avoidance, I know I'm probably repeating myself, but it pushes out everything. And you guys know how I feel about time. We don't have that much time. Do it now. That thing that you're avoiding, no matter how scary it is, ask yourself, am I actually going to die? Because you're probably fucking not. Yes, it's probably scary, but you'll get through this. And then another thing will happen in a few months later that you'll want to avoid because it's a pattern. And patterns stay stuck in us until we keep rewiring it, right? And that's why people make it their personality because they think it's part of them. Because it kind of is, but you can change it. You keep rewiring those thoughts. You keep pushing past the avoidance. And over time, you actually stop avoiding. I can't tell you the last time I avoided something or someone because I know that actually makes me feel so much more uncomfortable than facing them because I'm like, oh my God, I'm wasting so much time. I'm thinking about this again. Oh my God, I'm feeling worse. And again, you feel it in your body. Oh, my chest is sore. I'm feeling sick. It's like, well, if you just face it, all of that goes and you stop thinking about it. Like how many times do you sit there going, okay, I really need to have this conversation with this person. A week passes, a month passes, 6 months passes and you're like, oh, fuck, still haven't had that convo. It's probably too late now. And then it's like, oh, well, fuck, what have I done now? Again, it's that consequence. You've just got to, as scary as it is, ask for help. Plan. You can plan. You can sit there and go, okay, this thing is really fucking scary and that's why I'm avoiding it. So what can I do right now that takes me 1% closer? You don't have to, jump out of a fucking plane or whatever. Like you can literally just pick the one thing that reduces the avoidance.
Yeah. That was literally going to be my next one. Like start small as well, because I think avoidance is such a fear-based thing and fear is scary. We know that. But like, where can you start? Maybe it's having the conversation where you're with the most comfortable person and then it's going into the deeper conversations with the work and all of that. And like, also you can tell people that you're uncomfortable of like being like, hey, I've actually been avoiding this. Be honest.
Yeah,
like honesty goes a long way. And like a lot of the time you're met with compassion of like, I'm sorry that you like, I think if someone came to me and was like, oh, I've been too scared to tell you this, I'd be like, oh my God, what have I done to make you scared?
When my clients have avoided you, I'm like, oh my God. First off, I know. Second, why? I love you.
That's literally what I always say, like in the client perspective is like, I'm never going to come to you and be like, how dare you not do your workout?
Not your
like,
mom.
I can't believe, and I think like, obviously that's really in a coaching capacity of like, I want the best for you.
Yeah,
and
always.
I'd like to think that majority of the people in your life and around you, if not, then you probably need to reassess your relationships, also want the best for you. So by having these conversations is like, okay, cool. If they want the best for you, they're going to sit there, they're going to hear you out and support you along the journey and also support you in stopping avoiding. And I like want to come back to the personality aspect of like rewiring your beliefs of like, did someone ever tell you you were an avoidant person? Did you just decide that? Because I think a lot of the time we put it on ourselves of just that, oh no, I'm going to avoid. And then all of a sudden, a lot of the time it does come from one person saying it. It's like, oh, okay, well, I'm going to cling on to that. And I'm going to decide that forever now, like this is who I am. I can't change and I can't do anything about it. And of course, you can do that if you want to, but like see all the things that we said you're missing out on. We wrote this down. What are you avoiding by avoiding? Like the depth of feeling. And I think for people that's really scary, that what we brought up before is like, it can be really scary to feel all the happy things of like, do I deserve to feel the happy things? And it can bring so many different questions into your brain. But what else are you avoiding by the avoiding?
Literally. And we're human. We're supposed to feel.
Yeah.
Every single client that comes to me, I tell them to watch Inside Out. I'm not even joking.
Movie.
Every single one I go, because a lot of the time they're afraid to feel.
Yeah.
That's why they avoid. It's like, I don't want to feel sad. Sad is bad. I don't want to get angry. I don't want to go this. And I'll literally go, your task is to watch Inside Out and then come back to me with your takeaway.
I haven't seen that in ages.
It is so good. I had a client rewatch it because she'd watched it years ago. She said, I didn't really like it. I was like, you're going to watch it again. Now that we've worked together, I want you to watch it again. And she said, she's like had so many better takeaways because it gives you such a greater understanding of emotions and how important they are. So I guess that's a little side note. But with the avoidance, you've got to ask yourself, what are you gaining? A lot of the time, you're probably just stroking your ego. oh, okay, I don't want to tell this person this because they're probably going to tell me what I need to hear. I don't want to hear that right now. I know what I'm doing. Rah, rah, rah. Right? Oh, I had another point and it disappeared.
Comfort?
Yeah, true. You're just you're just staying in the
Yeah.
comfort. Yeah, that protection. Sorry, that's what
Yeah.
I was going to say. Is you're telling yourself, oh, it's okay if I don't do it now. I'm protecting myself. I'm protecting my energy. Blah blah blah. Sorry, I know I told I'm coming for people, but like it just bothers me because you're just wasting so much time by avoiding. You know what I mean? You know how I feel about this stuff. But yeah, that comfort is going to get destroyed eventually. It's gonna, and I think that if you don't face the thing that you're avoiding, that the universe is going to fucking throw it in your face somehow. It always does. Someone or something will force you. So instead of waiting for that to happen or waiting until your body crashes down or your mind loses it or, you know, you get to the point where you're so reactive and it forces you to say something, it's like you can do it earlier in a much more calm and composed manner where you're so much more level-headed, where you have where you can think about it, where you can emotionally regulate. Because sometimes when we avoid for so long, we then forget what we were even avoiding it for. And then we go, what the fuck? And it's like, well, you've talked yourself so far out of it, you're not even going to do it anymore.
Yeah.
And that's sad. And I think that's what a lot of people do with the avoidance. It then comes to a place where they're like, oh, fuck, 3 years ago, I wanted to start that business. Why didn't I start it? Oh, yeah, I was scared. And now it's not even a fucking thought anymore because you've gone and created something else. That's what the compound effect of avoidance can do to your life.
Yeah. And I think people just brush it off like a message from someone and avoiding it because it's like the ghosting thing that is now something that people do.
Stop
like,
ghosting. It's so annoying.
It is my biggest pet peeve.
It's so mean.
I just always this is more from a business perspective, but even relationships, like all it takes, I don't care if you're not interested in my services. It's just nice to have a message saying I'm not interested. And I think, again, people are so scared of however maybe I would interpret that or whoever, whether it's a potential partner or whatever. Like honesty is so respected by people of like how good does it feel? No, not good. But like if someone honestly goes, hey, I'm not interested. I'm like, great, perfect. I know you're not interested.
At least I'm not waiting around. And again, that's the effects of other people.
Literally. And I think like notice how selfish your avoidance is of like
very selfish.
You're doing this to protect yourself. You think you're protecting yourself. But in that, what are you doing to everyone else around you? How are you making them feel in terms of the unanswered questions or the situations that have just been avoided to protect you, people around you? Like you may actually think you're avoiding to protect others, but have you ever asked them how they're feeling as well? Because I think this assuming thing as well of like, oh, I just think that that's what it is. Or even like a client the other day, something happened. She's like, I just assumed that's how you did things because my old coach did things that way. And I'm like, no, like, you know what I mean? So like ask, open up the conversations, and avoidance can consume your life, but you don't need it to if you actually choose to make a difference with it.
As well with that, if you're going to continue to avoid other people and things, you better expect to receive that back because that's the energy that you're putting out. Like when I have people come to me or clients come to me being like, oh, this person's avoiding me, I haven't heard from them or this or that. I'm like, okay, well, where are you creating this? Because somewhere in your life, you've got this leaky energy where you're avoiding. And a lot of the time they'll have an answer. And I'll be like, you go clear that up and I guarantee you'll hear from that person. Because people get so upset when it happens to them, but then forget they're doing it too. So if you don't want to receive that energy from anyone or anything, you got to check yourself and go, fuck, where am I avoiding? And then don't do it either. It's just how it works.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Feel good?
Yeah, perfect. I feel complete. I think I've yelled at them enough. I love you all so much, okay? It is all out of love.
It is all with love because we know how much of a difference it can make when you stop this behavior. Like
literally.
When you stop doing it, you will feel so much lighter. And if you want any help with that, Rami's pretty much your go-to girl. Or if you're avoiding your fitness journey, come over to me because that might be the thing that you just keep putting in the closet and not dealing with.
And just let us know, like Alicia said, be honest. Say like, if you want to reach out to us and be like, I've actually been avoiding you. It's happened to us before.
Yeah.
I've had clients before say to me, I avoided you because you scared me. And then we ended up working together.
Yeah.
So we get it. It's fine. Just be honest because we love you. This is our job. Like we want to change your fucking life. We're not here to tell you what to do. We're not here to yell at you, but we're here to just make sure that you truly, truly, truly live the life you deserve.
Yeah. Amazing. Well, we love you all so much. have the greatest week. I don't know what is coming out of my mouth.
I love it.
But
Have
I
a
hope
great
you have
week.
a great week.
Don't
guys.
avoid this week.
Don't avoid. That's a task. Is if you feel like you want to avoid something, you got to do it.
Yes.
Apart from that, we will be back in your ears next week.
Bye. Thanks so much for listening.
If you're over on Spotify, don't forget to give us a follow and rate us 5 stars.
And if you're over on our YouTube, don't forget to hit that subscribe button.
See you next week.
Bye.